Have your rules, rule number 18 ready with you. So it starts off with the first line and then it says except where 9, 10 and 13 otherwise require. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of this line? Except where 9, 10 and 13 otherwise require. इसका मतलब क्या है?
Sir, it means that rules number 9, 10 and 13 will always override over rule 18 when there's a clash.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So basically it means that rule 9, 10 and then 13 will always override over rule 18. So very simple line, but it starts off straight away with this. That means narrow, TSS, overtaking will override over the rule 18 content. So then it says, so supposing this is my vessel A, powered in vessel, and supposing I have, and we are in open sea. And we have, let's say, a fishing vessel on my starboard bow. Whose duty will it be to keep clear?
Sir, vessel A, powder vessel.
Powered vessel. It's powered vessel's duty to keep clear. So he has a duty to keep clear. Duty to keep clear. As per which rule does he have a duty to keep clear? As per rule number 18. He has a duty to keep clear. It says that a powered vessel will keep out of the way of the following 4 type of vessels. So what will A do? Can A alter course to starboard?
Yes, sir.
Can.
Yes, sir.
Can A alter course to port?
Yes, sir.
Yes. He can. He can. He can alter course to starboard, he can alter course to port. So as per 18, he can go either side. कहीं भी जा सकता है. It is his duty to keep clear. If you were on vessel Bravo, what would you do? Maintain course and speed. Maintain course and speed. As per what? As per rule 18 only. Because he has a duty to keep clear. So you will maintain your course and speed. She still does not take any action. You'll give 5 short and rapid blasts to attract his attention as per 34 delta. As per 34 delta. All right. अब वापस इधर आ जाओ. Powder vessel will keep clear of fishing vessel, will keep clear of sailing vessel, will keep clear of NUC, will keep clear of RAM. These 4 type of vessels he will keep clear. He'll keep clear of them. So is this part clear to everybody? Any doubt so far in any of this?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, if somebody can just read the next line of Rule 18 after this.
Rule 18 alpha. A power-driven vessel underway shall keep out of the way of first, a vessel not under command; second, a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver; third, a vessel engaged in fishing; fourth, a sailing vessel.
Okay. Next line.
Rule 18b. A sailing vessel underway shall keep out of the way of a vessel not under command, a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver, a vessel engaged in fishing.
ओके फिर उसके बाद कहता है अगर सेलिंग वेसल इधर होता तो सेलिंग वेसल वुड हैव केप्ट क्लियर ऑफ दीज थ्री वेसल्स सो इसकी ऑर्डर ऑफ प्रायोरिटी जो है बेसिकली कुछ ऐसे है 1 2 3 4 ये इसकी ऑर्डर ऑफ प्रायोरिटी है सो PD vessel will keep clear of 1 2 3 4 sailing vessel will keep clear of 1 2 3 next
C. A vessel engaged in fishing when underway shall, so far as possible, keep out of the way of a vessel not under command, a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver.
so अब 3 पे आ जाओ फिशिंग वेसल विल कीप क्लियर ऑफ 1 एंड 2 जो उसके ऊपर है बेसिकली ऊपर वाले वेसल से बच के रहना है नेक्स्ट
D1. Any vessel other than a vessel not under command or a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, avoid impeding the safe passage of a vessel constrained by her draft, exhibiting the signals in Rule 28.
okay any vessel other than NUC or RAN so now we are talking about here is a vessel A other than NUC or RAM. So I'm talking about PD vessel. I'm talking about sealing vessel. I'm talking about fishing vessel. Any vessel other than these, other than the NUC or RAM, shall और ये है CBD. So when a situation like this comes, then they have a duty not to impede this guy. So duty not to impede. And this is as per 18 delta 1. So for this vessel, CBD will maintain course and speed. Give 5 short and rapid blasts to attract attention for this guy on the port side. Can be on the starboard also. लेकिन however, supposing यहाँ पे दिस इज अनदर केस ये अलग केस है यहाँ पे NUC एंड RAM है अब who is going to keep out of the way of the other between CBD and NUC RAM? Please tell me.
So CBD will keep clear.
Right. So CBD has a duty not to impede this vessel on the starboard side. So what will CBD do? He'll reduce his speed. He can't alter course. So at best, what he can do is reduce speed. If necessary, stop engine. So for this vessel, yeah, this guy will do what? He'll maintain course and speed. 5 short and rapid plus. So for this vessel, this guy is maintaining course speed. For this vessel, this guy is maintaining course and speed. Next line.
Delta 2. A vessel constrained by her draft shall navigate with particular caution, having full regard to her special condition. Part E. A seaplane on the water shall in general keep well clear of all vessels and avoid impeding their navigation. In circumstances, however, where risk of collision exists, she shall comply with the rules of this part.
18 delta 2 एक बारी फिर जरा पढ़ देना please.
18 Delta 2.
Yeah.
A vessel constrained by her draft shall navigate with particular caution, having full regard to her special condition.
Okay. When she is with these guys, she has to navigate with particular caution. With regard to her special condition, she's got a special condition. She has to give regards to that special condition. She can't be neglectful of that special condition. And echo को जरा दोबारा पढ़ देना एक बारी.
Echo. A seaplane on the water shall, in general, keep well clear of all vessels and avoid impeding their navigation. In circumstances, however, where risk of collision exists, she shall comply with the rules of this part.
Okay. Seaplanes जो है वो basically they can take off from water and they can land on water. Seaplanes, because they can fly, because they can navigate fast, they have been chosen so as to keep out of the way of all the fellows. They are the ones who have to keep out of the way. Okay, next.
Part F1. A WIG craft shall, when taking off, landing, and in flight near the surface, keep well clear of all other vessels and avoid impeding their navigation. F2. A WIG craft operating on the water surface shall comply with the rules of this part as a power-driven vessel.
Okay, just hold it here. Just hold it. So अभी हम 8F में घुस रहे हैं. And 8F में हमें कहता है so 8F1. Can you just read 8F1 once again, please?
F1. A WIG craft shall, when taking off, landing, and in flight near the surface, Keep well clear of all other vessels and avoid impeding their navigation.
So wing in craft, wig in craft. So he has a duty to keep clear of all vessels. because वो faster है, उड़ भी सकता है. So he has a duty to keep clear. Okay, can you just read once again, please? 8F1.
F1. A WIG craft shall, when taking off, landing, and in flight near the surface, keep well clear of all other vessels and avoid impeding their navigation. Part 2. A WIG craft operating on the water surface shall comply with the rules of this part as a power-driven vessel.
Okay. Okay. Next.
That's it, sir.
Okay. A wig shall comply as per the rules of this part, as per ROR. She will have a duty to keep clear whenever she is landing or taking off from an aircraft.
सर कैन यू प्लीज रिपीट, मेरा अभी नेट स्लो हो गया था सर.
Acha. So what I was trying to say was 18F1 and 18F2 is basically talking about the wig. The wig is wig in craft. That means the one which is capable of folding its wings. So when they are landing and taking off, the wigs will have a duty to keep clear of all other traffic because they are very fast. Also, when they are on water, they'll comply as per ROR. That means when they are navigating on water with their folded wings, that time they must comply with ROR. That is what it is all about. So, अब बात, हाँ जी बोलो.
नहीं सर, समझ गया सर.
Okay. So I'm coming back to the first line. 9, 10 and 13 otherwise require. So if I now have a situation like this, A is a parallel vessel. She is only able to go along the course of her TSS in her traffic lane.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, regarding delta first and second,
Regarding
CBT.
delta first and second, हाँ जी.
So CBT vessel has to keep clear of not under command and RAM vessel.
CBD vessel doesn't have to keep clear of not under command and RAM. She has a duty not to impede.
Okay, sir, not to impede. And but what about if NUC and RAM are there in crossing?
If NUC and RAM each other are in a crossing, then now depends on what is the activity that RAM is doing. Okay, RAM
So,
could be
for
doing
example,
any of the 6 activities. If she's involved, if the RAM is involved in some kind of a dredging operation, or RAM is involved in some kind of a joining ship operation, then in that case, we have told everybody, please take your certificate and then go. हाँ जी, और कोई डाउट है?
Sir, I'm asking that if RAM is there and NUC is there in a crossing, then who should take action? Means whose duty is to keep clear?
So basically, you are talking about a very specific case whereby,
Because sir, in Rule 18 they have told about all the vessels, but they have not given specifically about NUC and RAM.
so let us say this is NUC and this is RAM. Then
So not able to see.
not a, NUC, RAM.
Yes, sir.
So if the vessel, if she is engaged in any kind of uh, servicing or maintenance of the channel or of the buoys,
So for
then
example, if it is towing, sir, then
if she is towing, then now it depends on, because there are 6 activities that this vessel can do. So basically, she is supposed to stop what the activity that she is doing. She is supposed to stop whatever she is doing, and then they will keep clear of each other.
sir, if NUC is having some engine failure or
So then she
something,
is drifting. Then she is just drifting. In any case, her engines are stopped.
so
Then
then
then there will be no risk of collision. If her engines are stopped, then she's just drifting. There'll be no ROC. This guy will आराम से go to starboard and निकल जाएगा because इसका तो engine failure है.
sir, if ROC is there, then RAM should take action.
No, both will take action. That's the point which I'm trying to make. This guy can stop his engines. Stop main engine. This guy will stop his operations. This is what they'll do to keep clear of each other. And both, it is the duty of both to keep clear.
Oops.
Now I'm
what,
coming to Haji.
so what in case of two CBDs crossing each other?
अभी रुक जाओ, अभी पहले ये रूल तो खत्म कर लें, तो हम नहीं तो हम डेविएट ही ऑफ हो रहे हैं. Let us stick to what we have to do. Vessel A, powdered vessel. Vessel B can be a fishing vessel, can be a sailing vessel, can be a NUC, can be a RAM. So now, except 9, 10 and 13 otherwise require, comes into play. So what will A do? Maintain course and speed. She is supposed to take action. Does not take any action. 5 short and rapid blasts. Still does not take any action. Inform VTIS. And stop main engine. Cannot alter course. Cannot go outside the channel. Cannot go into inshore traffic zone. Nothing. Stop main engine. And stay put. What will this guy do? He is supposed to stop his engines. He is required not to impede the passage of this guy. Once he passes by, then he can cross. Cross after A passes. Is this okay with everybody? Any doubts?
Sir, how can we describe the difference between the duty to keeping clear and the requirement not to impeding the safe passage?
Correct.
How will we describe the difference between the two?
Just coming to that now. That is what I am creating the foundation for that. So we're talking about that only. So, is this all clear? A and B clear?
हाँ जी सर.
Okay. Okay. Now I am coming on to rule number 18 delta 1, and I am trying to now figure out a methodology between duty to keep clear, duty not to impede. Duty to keep clear is as per rule number 18 alpha. Duty not to impede is as per rule number 18 delta. Eighteen alpha says PD vessel has a duty to keep clear of 4 vessels. There is a duty to keep clear. 18 delta says PD vessel has a duty not to impede one vessel, and that is CBD. So इसका मतलब है कुछ तो फर्क है, क्योंकि अगर फर्क नहीं होता तो ये CBD को भी ए में डाल देते, बात खत्म हो जाती, 5 जहाज हो जाते 4 की जगह, एटलीस्ट कंफ्यूजन तो नहीं होती. बट क्योंकि अलग अलग रखा है, इसका मतलब है कुछ मतलब है. ये पाउडर वेसल की ड्यूटी टू 4 कीप क्लियर टू 4 वेसल्स is applicable at all times. At all times valid. This duty not to impede is also valid at all times, but is used especially at a certain distance. So this is used from beyond ROC stage, beyond risk of collision stage.
So can you please repeat the meanings of point number 3?
Point number 3. 18 alpha is valid at all times. मतलब 5 माइल की दूरी पे भी था वैलिड, 10 माइल की दूरी पे भी था, और 1 माइल की दूरी पे भी है. That means at all distances of. At all distances of. ये वाला on the other hand is valid from first sighted to the point where risk of collision exists. That means beyond risk of collision stage. Once the risk of collision is established, then duty not to impede becomes applicable as per ROR. From ROC, normal ROR applies. Okay. Now can you read 18 delta 1?
Sir, you mean after the risk of collision is established?
Hmm.
This is valid. Duty to not to impede.
No. Before.
Okay, before ROC means between
Yes,
first
correct.
sighting and ROC.
Correct. Absolutely right. भाई फर्स्ट सेटिंग मैं कब करूंगा? जब जब 20 माइल की दूरी पे है, 15 माइल की दूरी पे है, तब मैं फर्स्ट सेटिंग कर लूंगा. सो एट दैट स्टेज आई हैड अ व्हाट? आई हैड अ ड्यूटी नॉट टू इम्पीड. कब तक रहेगी? जब तक रिस्क ऑफ कोलिजन रहेगा. जिस स्टेज पे अगर रिस्क ऑफ कोलिजन हो गया तो ये ड्यूटी नॉट टू इम्पीड की जगह नॉर्मल स्टीयरिंग एंड सेलिंग रूल्स विल अप्लाई. Later, post ROC, normal steering and sailing rules apply. All right, आगे चलें. Can somebody read 18 delta 1?
18 Delta 1. Any vessel other than a vessel not under command or a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, avoid impeding the safe passage of a vessel constrained by her draft, exhibiting the signals in Rule 28.
So PD vessel, sailing vessel, and fishing vessel. These three vessels will avoid impeding, duty not to impede, CBD. Read 18 delta 2.
18 Delta 2. A vessel constrained by her draft shall navigate with particular caution, having full regard to her special condition.
Okay, अब CBD की बारी आई. CBD will navigate with particular caution with regards to her special condition. Navigate with particular caution. So अब CBD को कर दिया. पहले केस में CBD को खुश कर दिया. सेकंड केस में CBD को बोल दिया भैया तुम भी कुछ करो. बेसिकली दैट्स हाउ लॉ बैलेंसेस आउट. अब आ जाओ 8F1 पे. एट F1.
Sorry, 18F1.
8F1.
8F1. Rule 8F1. A vessel which by any of these rules is required not to impede the passage or safe passage of another vessel shall, when required by the circumstances of the case, take early action to allow sufficient sea room for the safe passage of the other vessel.
Okay. So 8F1 कहता है powered in vessel which is required not to impede as per these rules. As per what? As per 18 delta 1. This powered in vessel has a duty not to impede. And जब ये एक्शन लेगा he must take a जल्दी एक्शन. मतलब फर्स्ट साइटेड के इमीडिएटली बाद स्टेज के दौरान इसको ये एएसएप एक्शन ले लेना चाहिए, ये रूल कह रहा है. अब आ जाओ 8F2 पे.
8F2, a vessel required not to impede the passage or safe passage of another vessel is not relieved of this obligation if approaching the other vessel so as to involve risk of collision, and shall, when taking action, have full regard to the action which may be required by the rules of this part.
ओके. अब ये कहता है कि इफ हाउएवर risk of collision exists, so ROC is yes, then he is saying the normal steering and sailing rules will apply. That means give way and stand on will apply. 8F3.
Rule 8F3. A vessel the passage of which is not to be impeded remains fully obliged to comply with the rules of this part when the two vessels are approaching one another so as to involve risk of collision.
हाँ जी, आगे चलो. सो ये कहता है 8F3 vessel whose passage is not to be impeded, यानी कि CBD vessel remains fully obliged, मतलब give way vessel वो भी है. The moment risk of collision is yes, वो give way vessel बन गया. Even though उसने संभाला है सारा कुछ, सारे केस को, लेकिन CBD वेसल भी गिव वे वेसल बन जाता है जब ROC यस होता है. अब इस सारे ड्रामे में CBD गिव वे कैसे बन गया? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. हाउ डिड CBD बिकम अ गिव वे? सो उसके लिए आई क्लैरिफिकेशन. सो गो टू, डू यू हैव भंडारकर बुक विद यू?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go to page number 94, 95. What is the title given there?
Annex 4.
Annex 4 के बाद next page.
Sir, IMO's guidance for the uniform application of certain rules
Right.
of the 1972 collision regulations.
Okay. Go to point number 3.
Clarification of the implication of the words not to impede as appearing in Rule 9B, C and D, Rule 10.1, J, Rule 10I and J, and 18D.
आगे चलो.
When a vessel is required not to impede the passage of another vessel, such vessel shall so far as practicable navigate in such a way as to avoid the development of risk of collision. If,
Okay.
however, a situation has developed so as to involve risk of collision, the relevant steering and sailing rules shall be complied with.
Okay. ये रूल ये कहता है बेसिकली कि आईएमओ ने गाइडेंस दी फॉर यूनिफॉर्म एप्लीकेशन ऑफ सर्टेन रूल्स। उस पर पॉइंट नंबर 3 में कहता है कि ये नॉट टू इम्पीड जो हमने पहले डिस्कस किया 8F1 और 8F2 में, जो कि उससे पहले हमने डिस्कस किया 18D1 में, उसका मतलब क्या है? उसका मतलब है कि पावर ड्रिवन वेसल जिसकी ड्यूटी थी नॉट टू इम्पीड, he should navigate in such a way so as to avoid risk of collision. रिस्क ऑफ कोलिजन होना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन अगर रिस्क ऑफ कोलिजन होता है देन स्टीयरिंग एंड सेलिंग रूल्स विल अप्लाई। ये कहता है पॉइंट नंबर 3। अब आ जाओ पॉइंट नंबर 7 में।
सर थोड़ा सा कैमरा ऊपर कर देंगे, ऊपर
हाँ
का
जी,
दिख नहीं रहा था।
श्योर।
थैंक यू सर।
अब आ जाओ पॉइंट नंबर 7 पे। So read that.
Point number 7. Clarification of the relation between Rule 18D and the rules of Part B, Sections 2 and Section 3. A vessel constrained by her draft shall, when risk of collision with another vessel in a crossing or head-on situation exists, apply the relevant steering and sailing rules as a power-driven vessel.
Okay. ये बन
She
जाता है पावर ड्रिवन वेसल इन हेड ऑन और क्रॉसिंग। हाँ जी, आगे चलो।
She should, when showing the signals prescribed by Rule 28, have her engines ready for immediate maneuver and proceed at a safe speed as required by Rule number 6.
ओके। अब पॉइंट नंबर 7 कहता है जो सीबीडी वेसल था जिसकी ड्यूटी थी नॉट टू नेविगेट विद पर्टिकुलर कॉशन, अगर she is involved in a situation where risk of collision is yes in a crossing or a head-on situation, then she will behave as a normal power-driven vessel, and therefore मतलब stand on give way rules will apply, and she must have her main engines। जब वो लाइटें दिखा रहा है 3 red lights, she must show her main engine, she must have her main engines ready for maneuver, she must travel on a safe speed. So the power-driven vessel will not be having maneuvering, but she must have maneuvering. So मोटा मोटा कहने का मतलब ये सब है। इसको समेशन करता हूं मैं, समरी जो हमने अभी करा बातें। 18 डेल्टा 1 हमारे जहाज के बारे में बात कर रहा है, पावर-ड्रिवन वेसल, आई हैव अ ड्यूटी नॉट टू कीप क्लियर। और 18 डेल्टा 1 की क्लैरिफिकेशन और उसका मतलब दिया गया फर्दर इन 8F1 एंड 8F2 में, और इसकी फर्दर क्लैरिफिकेशन दी गई पॉइंट नंबर 3 यूनिफॉर्म एप्लीकेशन ऑफ सर्टेन रूल्स। सो ये एक कॉलम है पूरा, 18 डेल्टा 1, 8F1 एंड 2, पॉइंट नंबर 3। अब आ जाओ सीवीडी पे। ये तो हमारा पावर ड्रिवन वेसल की कहानी थी। सीवीडी को कहता है कि 18 डेल्टा 2 यू नेविगेट विद पर्टिकुलर कॉशन। उसका क्या मतलब है? 8F3 में उसका मतलब बताया गया। 8F3 में क्या बोला गया? यू आर अ गिव वे वेसल। अगर आरओसी यस होता है तो यू आर अ गिव वे। अब क्या करेगा वो, ये तो बताया नहीं। गिव वे कैसे हो जाएगा, ऑल्टर तो कर ही नहीं सकता। तो क्लैरिफिकेशन आई पॉइंट नंबर 7 में। ऑलराइट, you will navigate like a power-driven vessel in a head-on or a crossing situation. You will must have your main engines ready, and you must be on a safe speed. That means you must be able to stop your engines if need be, because power-driven vessel is on heavy fuel oil. वो रोक नहीं पाएगा, ये आपको रोकना है। ये मतलब है। और इस सब की हम जो केसेस हैं वो नेक्स्ट टाइम करेंगे, बट ये बेसिकली समरी थी, थियोरेटिकल पार्ट ऑफ इट। ये समझना बड़ा ज़रूरी था, इसलिए मैंने इस पर टाइम लगाया है ताकि समझा सकूं। इसके बाद अगली बार, और ये दिस इज द मोस्ट कंफ्यूजिंग पार्ट ऑफ द ROR ऑल्सो, इसमें मैक्सिमम फेलियर रेट है। एक पाउडर वेसल और एक CBD अब हो जाए, उसमें मैक्सिमम गलती लोग करते हैं, इसलिए हमें उसको समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है। इसलिए इन रूल्स को फिर से पढ़ना, जो मैंने मीनिंग्स लिखे हैं उसको भी पढ़ना। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट कोरिलेशन बिटवीन 18 डेटा 1 and 2, 8F 1 2 3 एंड पॉइंट नंबर 3 and 7। ये कोरिलेशन है।
सर एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था सर, ये इज इट करेक्ट टू से दैट ड्यूटी नॉट टू impede means that your action shall not result in ROC?
Correct, absolutely right, absolutely right. You hit it bang on.
Okay sir, thank you. Okay sir, thank you.
You hit it bang on. And you must take a ASAP action. जल्दी एक्शन होना चाहिए। जैसे ही मैंने देखा 3 रेड लाइट्स, ओके, मेरी ड्यूटी नॉट इम्पीड चालू हो गई। ये नहीं, अब हम क्या करते हैं, मैं 3 रेड लाइट देखता हूँ, और है भैया 15 माइल है, अभी रुक जा, आज आने दे, 5 पे आने दे, 5 पे लेंगे। दिस इज व्हाट वी नॉर्मली डू ऑन द